October is always full of activities as many awareness days are marked during this month. In this episode, we feature Decas, which is based in Machakos, that marked Cerebral Palsy Day, and T21 Families, which is greatly known to support people with Down syndrome. My name is Jane Theuri, and this is Abled Differently.
We're differently abled, differently.
The T21 Families Support Organization held a medical camp for people with Down syndrome on the 9th of October. Take a look.
Nimekuja kwa sababu niliambiwa na mmoja wetu kuna clinics zinaendelea za kuangalia venye watoto wana progress sababu wako na challenges mingi. So nikaamua nikuja angaliwe ile yenye ninaweza, ile yenye niliambiwa iko free ndio nimekuja kuangaliwa. Juu hiyo ingine ya kulipa sikuwa na pesa.
Our mandate is to create awareness, to get our children to be inclusive. We are aware the journey ahead of us is not going to be easy in a society where stigma is a lot, but we believe that if we step up, we reach out to other people to partner with us, we'll be able to achieve that goal of making our children included in society.
2021, T21 Families Support Organization T21 FSO held a medical camp for people living with Down syndrome at Ability Therapy Place.
T21 Family Support Organization is an organization that was started a few years ago. 2018 is when we got registered as a community-based organization to support families living with Down syndrome. So the purpose of the organization is to support and create awareness as part of our mandate to include all members of T21 or people living with 21 into society.
I'm the founder of the Ability Therapy. And I founded my patients who we ended up becoming good friends, and then I think when T21 was at the early stages, I used to find myself in a company of like 20 women.
We are running a medical camp. This is our second medical camp this year that is allowing us to be able to screen and diagnose any conditions that are normally associated with Down syndrome. So persons living with Down syndrome often are affected by quite a few medical issues, ranging from congenital heart disease, gastro issues, hearing, ENT, eyesight. So we've got a range of doctors who have volunteered their time to be with us, including the leading cardiologist, Dr. Naomi Gashara. We've got Dr. Mugo, we've got Dr. Anjum. All these doctors are running clinics for our moms and our children in terms of trying to identify any issues. Persons living with Down syndrome have to be closely monitored to ensure that we do early intervention. Early intervention is one of the things that is very key from a health-wise perspective in supporting our children.
The organization was formed 5 years ago by parents who have children with Down syndrome and has over the years attracted partners to rally support for the children and families.
We are dependent on funding from partners that come on board. We are dependent on donations. So we are constantly looking for funding to be able to support, especially the mothers who are not able to support themselves for many reasons. Like I said, most of them are single parent units. Most of them are not even able to work because they have to look after their differently abled child. So that's one of our challenges.
Down syndrome is a condition in which a person has an extra chromosome. The most affected are parents and caregivers of children with Down syndrome due to the responsibilities attached.
Most of our members are unfortunately not able to support themselves. So in most cases, they are single parent unit families. Therefore, being able to meet certain medical costs, for example, because our children have high medical costs, is our challenge. I'm a mother of a child with Down syndrome. He's 4 years old. I know the challenges of bringing up a child from a medical perspective, especially education, and I would want us to be able to partner with different people so that we can support those parents who are not able to do that. So another of our big challenges currently is the education system. As our children are growing, we are finding that the education space is alienating us, where we are not able to be in an inclusive place for our children, inclusive schools. So that's our biggest challenge, and our hope and future is that we'll be able to create a learning space for our children by partnering with schools that are inclusive and are not alienating our children. So those are some of the major issues that we are constantly facing.
It is never easy to organize such gatherings. It only requires commitment, determination, and passion. The event's objectives were met thanks to the various stakeholders that were involved.
Nimefurahi sababu tumeshughulikiwa. At least mtoto wangu ameangaliliwa vitu zingine zenye singe afford aende kuangaliliwa, na nimeambiwa venye na progress. So ninafurahia juu ya hii.
Our responsibility is to make the world better than we found it, and create a space where anyone who finds the situation very difficult to cope has a place to come and get a hug, access, information, and feel loved as we grow society together. We are here to fight stigma, and we are not going to leave any stone unturned.
As Beyond Zero Initiative, we will continue to register children with disabilities at our medical safaris so that they can benefit from government services, and also advocate for inclusive education and equal access to healthcare services. I once again applaud the T21 families.
I would want to say and to tell everybody, persons, children living with Down syndrome are like any other children. With the right intervention, with the right help, support, they become productive members of society. All they need is they have delayed milestones. They are not, it's not a disease that you can catch, it's a condition. There's nothing that they can do to change it, but society can be accepting, society can be inclusive. Like I said, the education space example is a big thing for us, where they need to be a bit more inclusive for our children and allow them to become the persons that they're intended to be, just like any other typical child.
Let's take a short breather, but we're coming back shortly.
We're differently abled, differently